So I am just getting back from a delivery, a firewood delivery. And I know what some of you are probably thinking. Wait a minute, you don't deliver firewood. And this delivery was to the post office. It was a couple boxes of back 40 mini firewood. Heading on out down the road, took them to the post office, and now they will deliver them to the customer. And now I'm just coming back here to get things ready because I have some help coming out to the wood yard today. And I'll get into that in a second. But it's kind of funny because as I was coming back from this delivery, I was thinking, you know, way back when, however many years ago it was that I started the YouTube channel, I never would have thought that this is where I would end up, and having something like someone coming to help me would be, you know, was anywhere, it was nowhere on my radar. I started the YouTube channel and creating content for social media kind of as a side hobby, and then firewood is a side hobby, and those two hobbies now have kind of grown into something that a couple weeks ago, we were talking about this on the Woodhounds podcast. Joe from Ohio Woodburner and I, we have a podcast, the Woodhounds, and we were talking about how when you start a business or when you're running a business and you're all by yourself, and you do everything, like, do you get to a point where trying to do everything is actually holding you back and maybe preventing you from other opportunities? So for example, when it comes to content creating for social media, like, I do everything. I film, I edit, I do the marketing, I do the creative, I do the designing of the merch, I do the website, like everything I do. And that may or may not be, you know, holding me back from potentially doing more in either other areas or just more with, you know, creating more content. And then when it comes to the firewood side of things, you know, recently I went on the little venture of the mini firewood for tabletop fire pits. And that is actually doing very well. I didn't really have any expectations, so I can't say that it's doing better than expected. But it's great. It's growing. And with that growth now comes, you know, am I going to be able to do that and keep up with it? But that is where I have now been able to, or I'm able to now say that I officially have an employee. I have hired someone to work here in the woodyard specifically with the mini firewood. And that person is, yes, the little boss man. So, but a little over a month ago when we were doing our taxes, I was talking with my tax lady, and she said, she asked if I had ever, you know, considered hiring or paying little boss man. She asked if he did anything around the woodyard that I could pay him for, because being a, you know, I am registered as an LLC, so I do have I am technically a small business. And she said there is a tax advantage to hiring your kids if they are under 18. So I asked him if he was interested, and he said yes. And then I asked him what his hourly rate would be, and he told me $3 an hour. So I said, yes, you are hired. Actually, no, I told him, you know, I said, I think we can pay you a little bit more than that. But the little boss man is now officially an employee here in the woodyard. And it's kind of cool because he's going to be keeping track of his hours that he works back here, the time that he spends back here, what he's doing. I give him kind of a, you know, the tasks that I give him to do are pretty simple. He is right now the resplitter of the mini firewood. So he handles resplitting some of the chunks that are a little too big. He will resplit those down into smaller pieces. And it's kind of funny because 4 years ago, he was actually splitting mini firewood. He was already splitting it back then. I want to show you a little clip here because this is kind of where the mini firewood idea kind of originated. I did have a couple customers that wanted smaller split pieces, but the little boss man, he was splitting mini firewood way back when.
There we go.
And yes, I know he was wearing Crocs, but you know, kids are gonna be kids. So now he is, like I mentioned, officially on the payroll. And it's kind of cool because I think it'll be a good opportunity for him to learn, you know, the value of a dollar. Like when he wants something and he's got his own money and he buys it, he knows what he had to do to get that money and how long he had to work and how much effort he had to put in. So I think that'll be cool for him to learn that. And it's also a win, you know, it's a win-win. It's a win for him and it's a win for me because I get to spend time with him back here in the wood yard and I get help with the mini firewood. Like I mentioned, things are going great with it. And it's just overall been, I guess, one of those things where I never saw it coming. I never, you know, envisioned that starting a YouTube channel and doing firewood kind of on the side would one day lead into, you know, where I am now. I never would have thought that it would turn into a small business. And yes, small business, pun. So the other cool thing with the mini firewood is I can, for those of you that order mini firewood, I can say thank you for shopping small. So if you do order some Back 40 mini firewood, just know that you are helping not only support a small business, but you are helping keep the little boss man busy. A few videos ago, I had mentioned how we kind of had a little something to announce, kind of concerned, kind of hinting at it had to do with the little boss man, and that is it. He is now part of the operation, officially. So his main duties are kind of, you know, just with the mini firewood. He does, the other day he was helping stack a little bit, but he's really just kind of more interested in, you know, doing the resplitting. He does help also package and sort things out. Some of the pieces we sort out and we keep, like some of the odd cuts and the off cuts, we sort those out. So he's got a number of tasks that he does, and yeah, after school, he'll come out here. Some days, you know, it's only a half hour. Some days it's maybe an hour or two. But I look at it as, you know, any time that he does spend out here, it's, again, just helping him develop and grow that responsibility and just being part of something that, as it continues to grow and as it continues to hopefully have success, he can realize that, you know, he is a part of it. And I don't know, I just think it's pretty cool, and it's just something that's, you know, fun. Another part of this whole thing that just has been fun and just, I don't know, inspiring. And like I said, I never ever would have guessed or never have thought way back when I started the YouTube channel and started creating content that one day it would lead to, you know, like officially having a small business and being able to hire my son and have him work and earn money and just learn, I guess, values of work. And all of this would not have been possible without people like you watching and tuning in and supporting the content creation, and now also the mini firewood. It just, you know, blows my mind that all of this has come out of, you know, how many years ago, pushing the record button on my phone and publishing a video. It's just crazy, but it's crazy cool. So thank you, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. I think the forecast is not looking good. There is, the last I checked, it was going to be all rain all day Friday night, Saturday. So I'm not thinking we're going to be outside, but we'll be inside, and maybe we'll have the newest employee stop by and give us an update on some of the other things he's got in the works around here. His time is divided. He's got a garden he's putting in. He's been mining for gold and now earning some money here in the woodyard. So thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the live stream. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.